I forgot to film an intro, so here we are. Hi, hello, I'm Maya, and welcome to the Solo Sanctuary podcast. Okay, I'm gonna start talking very passionately now about this topic. Bye. Episode 2. My mic is over here. I probably should put this down because holding it is just not realistic. But I do enjoy holding it. And I think the sound is fine. But we're just gonna keep her right here while I talk because the topic for this episode is serious to me and I have a lot to say. And I'm very irritated. It's been sitting so heavily on my chest, on my spirit, in a way that makes me angry and frustrated. But the topic for this episode is the normalization of AI, the use of AI. I have such a deep-seated hatred for AI, you guys. And it needs to stop because it's becoming so pervasive where it feels like any website that you're on, any kind of anything has AI integrated into it now, and I can't stand that shit. First of all, should be optional. Second of all, stop using AI. And today we're going to talk about it because for some people, I don't know who, because to my knowledge, I don't know anyone that uses AI. Thank God. And I would like to keep it that way. But the people that on a daily basis use AI, I genuinely can't comprehend it at all. And it's become really frustrating to me because even when ChatGPT and all of these things were first really becoming mainstream a couple years ago, where they weren't even that efficient, it never once crossed my mind to use it ever. Even more when I started learning that the ways that AI was being trained, like ChatGPT was being trained, was through literally the theft of real people's creative work. That already turned me off so bad to the concept of AI and the way that it was being normalized that it never occurred to me truly ever to use it. The one and only time in which I used ChatGPT was because senior year of college, I had a professor who had us prompt ChatGPT on a topic, and then we had to go through and correct or edit the response and how it was wrong or how it was ignoring certain aspects of whatever the prompt was, right? Because of the fact that it's not a real person. But lately, it's been truly grating to my psyche, to my spirit, the way that AI is being used in creative fields by regular people to make things like animations or fan art or even fan fiction. Oh my God. If I'm on twitter.com, don't care, it's Twitter to me. If I'm on twitter.com and I come across a fan art and then I later discover that it was made by AI and there's some person online posting that as if they made that, oh my God, the anger that courses through my body. Oh my god, like, especially irritating to me in like the realm of fandom. Okay, before, first of all, if for some reason I'm like trying to appeal to the humanity of people here in the way that I speak about this, because somehow it's not enough to know that AI, stuff like ChatGPT or whatever the other ones are called, I don't know because I don't even want to touch it. The ones that make like art and like film, I'm not calling that film. Those are trained off of the literal theft and exploitation of real actual artists. If that's not enough to stop you somehow, and then on top of that, the actual knowledge that it's terrible for the environment and genuinely damaging to real people in real life, poisoning them and putting them at actual risk, if that somehow is not enough, I'm here to tell you that using AI on a regular basis is robbing you of your humanity. To me, you're being robbed of the very thing that makes you a human being. Like, that's one of the things that makes us as a species distinct from like other animals, other mammals, is the fact that we have consciousness, that we have the ability to extrapolate ideas in our imagination and make something out of them. That's like what makes us human. The ability to create art more than anything, to me. So then I'm like, when you reduce that to a prompt in ChatGPT or Midjourney to create something, I'm like, what are you actually doing? Like, I can't wrap my mind around why you would do that. Because to me, like, the thing that makes one of the things that makes artwork valuable is like the very struggle that comes with making it exist. Like, yes, it is frustrating. I'm someone who like draws, who paints, who like, I'm creative in that way. I also have written in the past, and like I've edited like short film stuff for like a classes that I've taken and stuff. Like, I've delved into a lot of different realms when it comes to like creating art. And like, I can sympathize with the idea that it is so hard and it can be so frustrating to make those concepts, those ideas that you have become real, like to make something real out of them, and then not just that, but something that you're proud of. I can sympathize with that struggle, but I cannot at all sympathize with completely like removing the actual process of creation from it and then just prompting a machine to do it for you. Like, that to me completely devoids it of its actual meaning. Like it is frustrating to be an artist in whatever way, whether that be film or painting or literature, like writing. You're prompting a machine to do those things for you. Like, you, to me, you have no actual claim over that product. Like, when one of the things that like art does, like the way that it moves you, not just with like its very existence, whatever it may be, like a song, when you listen to a song and like the lyrics resonate with you, the music, all the instruments that you hear, they resonate with you and they make you feel something. It's not just because like, oh, like I can sympathize with that. To me, it's also like, oh, there's another person out there in the world that has had these same feelings, these same experiences that I felt. Like, we are connected. Like, we don't know each other. We may have never met, never spoken. They don't know anything about my existence, but like in this way, we are connected. If it's made by, if it's then made by a machine, by a computer, by a literal program, it becomes completely devoid of that. And I'm just like, and that's so frustrating to me, because like the actual purpose of technology, the reason that we're supposed to build these systems and these programs and these tools to help us make production of like work, labor easier, is so that we have more time to spend on like fruitful creation of art. Like, that's the point that it's supposed to exist. Of course, I understand that under the current systems, it's really only to advance production and for the sake of making rich people richer. But like, in an ideological sense, they're supposed to help us so we don't spend as many hours working, so that we can delve into creative fields. Like, that's what it's for. But then you're having the machine do your thinking and your creation. Like, what for what? Like, for what? I'm like, it's become so frustrating to me, because I've seen so many, I've been like, especially on Twitter, I've come across like so many instances where people talking about finding out that fan artists aren't real, or like stuff like that. And it's just like, and it's so normalized for people to use AI now. I remember like a few months ago where there was like some video of a college graduate who at his graduation is like showing the prompts or whatever that he fed into ChatGPT to write his essays. What? I'm sorry. Shouldn't have graduated. Don't care. Controversial opinion. If you're prompting ChatGPT to do all your homework for you, I understand the frustration. Yes, school can be hard. It's a lot of work. College especially. But like, if you're prompting that thing to do everything for you, what actual claim do you have over the work that's created, the grades that you get, and then to third your degree? You have no, like, you didn't do that. That's cheating, but like to such an extreme level that I like can't actually fathom that. I'm like, if you can't sit down and write an essay, like, hello? The professor is not the problem. I understand that sometimes professors can give you like such a heavy workload, they act like their class is the only one you have. But I'm like, dude, it's not gonna help you. It's truly not going to help you in the long run to let something else do your thinking, you're creating for you. That is only ever going to be detrimental to you. Like, your attention span is already being ruined by social media, by things like TikTok, and like the ever evolving realm of being online. And then you're giving it more, you're feeding it more pieces of the little that you have of yourself, and you're giving it away. Hey guys, please stop using AI. I'm so serious. I'm like, I remember like becoming so angry about this, I like wrote stuff down. So I'm like, let me see, because I feel like there's more that I wanted to say. like, yeah, I'm sorry. There was like, oh, I remember this was like a thing. There was like somebody had AI write their caption on like some video, and then they were trying to say like somebody had obviously noticed that it was AI, and they were all like, dude, you can't even write a caption. And the person, the creator of this was like, you're being ableist. My ADHD doesn't allow me to like focus on the. You can't write a caption for your video? Sorry, if you can't write a caption for your video without using AI, and you're blaming ADHD on that, hey, that you're the one being ableist. Controversial opinion. If you can't write an essay on your own, if you can't do artwork on your own, if you can't do an animation on your own, write a script for a film, if you can't create fan work, fan fiction on your own without the use of AI, then you shouldn't be making it. Because you're not. Because prompting ChatGPT or Midjourney or whatever the other programs exist, you have no real claim over that work. You did nothing except prompt that, and you're devoiding that artwork that could actually be meaningful had you spent the time, the work, the frustrating effort of making a concept, an idea into a reality, a real piece of something that people can be touched by. It's devoid of all its meaning. Shouldn't exist. Hot take. I don't think it's a hot take, but it's just like so incredibly frustrating to me how people are so cool with it. You're harming yourself, your intellect, your very imagination by giving into this tool, by allowing it to do your thinking for you, to complete the creative process. Like, there's ideas that I've had about like paintings or like books or like short films that I've had rolling around in my head and sitting around in my notes, and like ideas and pieces of jotted in notebooks for like actual years, and I've never been able to complete some of them. Never in my life has it crossed my mind that I would want to feed those ideas into AI to create it for me, because that's stripping it of its very essence and everything that I want it to be. Because there's really nothing like the feeling of like having that idea, like something that you want to make, like having that and then finally working on it. The process of creation is what makes it like so amazing when it's completed. When it's completed and you can feel proud of that. And then when you show it to other people and they're moved by it, like that's what makes art. That's what makes us human. And you're giving it away to a machine. Not even a machine, but to a company that could not care less about the integrity of art or the well-being of real human beings. Like, I don't know how that's not enough to stop you. The fact that it's actually doing damage to the earth and to other human beings and their physical well-being. If you're that selfish, like, you should be worried about yourself, your integrity then, at least. Your very existence as a human person. Like, if your brain, if your consciousness is so fragile, if your imagination is so weak that you're unable to turn an idea and a concept into a reality by putting in the work, sitting down for hours at a time, frustratingly editing and redoing things, redrawing, repainting, erasing, and doing it until it's something that you're proud of. If you're so weak that you can't do that, how are you any better than any other mammal? Like you're why are you doing that? Like, how can you even be proud of that product? How can you even claim it as your own? You did nothing. That machine did it for you. You prompted it, and through all the stealing that it's done of real actual artists and people that have actually put in the work, and without their permission this has been stolen from them by those companies, it has created something out of the prompting that you did it. What actual claim do you have over that, though? Because to me, it's none. And I'm just like, so many awful, terrible things are being normalized in this world. I don't want this to be normalized. Especially when it comes to, like, dude, I don't know. Like, it's like, it makes me so frustrated because I'm just like, especially when it comes to like the realm of fandom, what do you mean you're writing? Well, you're not. You're prompting AI, you're prompting ChatGPT or whatever the fuck to write fan fiction for you. What are you talking about? Like, fan fiction, fan art, anything in the realm of fandom is made through rolling those characters up in your head, putting them in little scenarios, and then writing it down on a piece of paper. Like, you become so absorbed by somebody else's work, like their creation, their characters that they made. You become so inspired and moved by them or connected to them in some way that you've got to put them in situations. You got to make them sufferable, or you got to make them happy or whatever. Hey, it depends. I don't know what kind of stuff you're into. But I'm just like, it's so frustrating. But it's also so fun and fulfilling to do that. Yes. Exposed, second episode. I've written fanfiction. I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care. You're never gonna find it. You're never gonna see it. Or maybe you will, but you'll never know. But like, that's the fun part. And then looking back on that and being like, oh my god, I wrote this when I was obsessed with these characters at the ripe age of 13. This is so funny. Like, I love that. I love being able to look on stuff that I wrote 10 whatever years ago in a diary or in a Google Doc or on a Wattpad library, and being like, oh my god, this was so funny. This work of fiction moved me so deeply to my core that it led me to creating something of my own with it. That's what it's about. But you're prompting ChatGPT to write fanfiction for you? Clearly you did not love that thing enough. You did not care enough about that TV show or about that book, because if you did, you would not be prompting AI to do it for you. Hot take, you're a fake fan. I can't imagine. I'm like, dude, oh my god, this is so frustrating to me because, like, yes, I've written fan fiction 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago. I'm still writing stuff, okay? Because, like, if I'm that deeply moved by a character, I want to put them in situations, okay? And it's just like, yeah, it's frustrating. Sometimes it's hard to make those ideas into something real that you want other people to see or that even you want to reread. But it's so fulfilling when you do. And then when you do and you read it or other people see it and they're like, Oh my god, I love the way that you put these characters in situations. How are you allowing a machine to do that for you? Why are you allowing these people to rob you of your humanity? AI is robbing you of your humanity, and you're letting it, and you're enabling it, and you're rejoicing in that. What? What? I feel like I can only talk for so long because it's actually like I'm getting hot. It's making me angry. Please stop using AI. You are only damaging yourself, your spirit, your soul, everything that makes you a human being. You're giving it away. Like, I don't know, dude. In this realm, in this age where so little of our time is like can be given to the field of creating stuff, why would you even further let it be stolen from your hands? I can't understand that. Like, that's one of the most frustrating things I get. It's like you don't have time when you have to work so hard just to like survive, especially the way that things are going, just to make enough money to live a day by day. When you do have time to like do something creative, to do something fun, it's like, damn, it's like this is what life is about. And you're allowing yourself to be stripped of that. I feel like I'm repeating the same thing over and over again, but I just genuinely, like, I can't fathom it. I can't understand why people use it. Like, even the people that use, like, what do you call it? The character, like, AI thing, which is, like, super invasive when they have, like, when they have like actors and stuff, like their real voice that they put through a system where they say stuff. That's so like genuinely horrifying to me, because they did not give the permission for their likeness to be used in that way. But like the character AI things that I know are out there, hey, I'm a weeb. I'm a big fan of a lot of stuff, a lot of shows, a lot of whatever. Never in my mind has it like to log into that and like be like, I don't know. I'm not talking to Megumi on character AI. First of all, what? Like, I think I'm crazy. I'm obsessed with my little 2D men. I will give you that. But never has it crossed my mind, because at the end of the day, I'm like, well, this is not real. Be normal and log into tumblr.com and read an X-Reader fanfiction like the rest of us. Do not log into character AI and make a fake Megumi. Megumi would hate you. Like, what are we talking about? Be normal and write fanfiction about it, okay? What? Oh my god. Stop. Me begging. Stop using AI. I'm begging you, stop. I do consider myself to be better than you if you use AI on a regular basis, or even sometimes. I do think I'm better than you. I do. And I will hold that over your head. You should be embarrassed. If you use AI on a regular basis, you should hide that secret. You shouldn't be doing it. But if you are, don't let me find out. Because I will be looking down on you. I will be shaming you, and to me that's how it should be treated, because it's like that. You're a loser. You can't form your own thoughts? You can't write your own essay? Dude. Hey. Drink a Red Bull, chug a Monster, stay up until 4 a.m. writing that essay the night before it's due, like the rest of us, like a real human being, like a real student. That's the real human experience, okay? Logging onto ChatGPT and telling it to oh, can you analyze this book? Don't even get me started, because I only saw one screenshot of this, but people claiming that they read X book and they're actually just reading a summary of it, and then you're logging that book on your Goodreads. Hey, no, you're not. Hey, we've all read summaries of books in high school when we had those requirements, those chapters. I get that. But that's different. That's different. Because that's like a real person who read the book, went through it, is giving you a summary, a synopsis of the real points. But claiming that you read a book because you read a summary of the book and then logging that onto your Goodreads, I read 50 books this week, you're a loser. You don't even have the attention span to read a synopsis for a book. Sorry, I am looking down on you. Because me, for example, I love watching commentary videos on YouTube about TV shows. Well, not really TV shows. Mainly about movies and books. Okay? Read with Cindy, love her. Read Rant Review, love her. And then we've got like Amanda the Jedi, Kenny JD. They do like movies and stuff. I'm not gonna say that I watched that show. If somebody asks me, I'm gonna say, oh, well, I've watched a commentary video on it, so I kind of know what happens. But I'm not gonna say that I watched it, because I didn't watch it. Somebody asked me about this book, I'm not gonna say I read it. I will say, oh, I know about it because I've heard people talk about it. What? This is actually like making me angry. Again, the sun is setting. This is gonna be like a regular thing. But I truly implore you, if you use AI on a regular basis, to stop. To like really think about what you're doing. Not only are you hurting the planet, hurting a real human being, but you're hurting yourself more than anything. You're losing your creativity, your imagination, your ability to form thoughts, your ability to create. Your ability to be a human, like you're giving it away. Please stop. Please. Life is so much more fulfilling. Art is so much more fulfilling when you struggle to make it happen. Like, that's the both fulfilling and frustrating part about art, about creation, is like it demands to exist. When you're a creative person, right? Art demands to exist. And no matter how frustrating and painstaking the process can be, there's nothing like that feeling of fulfillment when you actually make it. Do not let a machine do that for you. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave you today, because I feel like I'm just making myself angry. Thinking about this more and more. Also, this camera's gonna die. The sun is setting. This episode's probably gonna be shorter than the first one. Hey, I don't even think I did an intro. I didn't. But this has been me, Maya, and this is the Solo Sanctuary podcast. Thanks for joining me. If you made it this far, ominous Pom Pom Purin says hello and goodbye. Comment below. I will be reading them because I feel like we all have a lot of thoughts to share. If there's anybody who's gonna be an AI defender in the comments, I probably will argue with you. I don't know that you have any reasonable points that can defend against anything that I say. Ableism is not an excuse, because that's not what this is. But bye bye, and thanks for making it this far. Please share your thoughts below. Okay, this camera's dying, so bye.